Not many people are turning out, by the way. And it's got one side really nervous. In a few minutes, I'm going to announce who. I'm just going to let y'all know who I'm voting for. You can read into it whatever you want to. I did this before. But I'm watching Republicans doing these closed primary, and they're vicious and nasty. Because I'm going to tell you how I'm going to vote. I'm going to try to be as classy as I can, which sometimes that's hard for me. And I'm going to tell you why. There's a poll out showing Fleming up. There's a poll out showing him real close. Alton Ashey, who's a gambling mega, and I know Alton went to school with him. But when he ran a poll, he said this thing's way closer than I thought it would be. Well, not about how many people are going to go vote. It's now about getting your people to go vote. The Republicans and some of this dark money, they beat up John Fleming so many times. It's absolutely ridiculous what they're saying. And I know there was an AI video, and he posted them. I'm going to get to that, too. But I'm going to tell you, I'm voting for John Fleming. I have no problem telling somebody that. Now, if the other side gets mad, that's crazy, because I just said if your candidate wins, I'm going to support you in the fall. I'm voting for Fleming, and I think I'm making the right vote. I want to tell you why I'm voting for Fleming. And I prayed about this, and I thought, you know what, this is absolutely ridiculous that this race has gotten like this. And that's sad. So, look, I made a comment that I'm gonna vote. I'm voting for John Fleming. I vote for John Fleming because I think he's the best one for this job at this time. John Fleming has the experience. He's worked with the Trump administration. John Fleming will owe nobody nothing. The big money's always been against him. 90% of the dark money has went against Fleming. All the big power players went against Fleming. The CCS money is against Fleming. And John's conservative record as a congressman is probably better than almost every conservative Republican that's ever been in Congress, ever. But I'm telling you, Fleming has been right there, very consistent. And I'm looking at his voting record. His voting record has been excellent. And I'm voting with the guy that I think we can count on. It's not a matter of even taking sides. All I'm saying is I'm voting for John Fleming. I think he gives us the best chance. The advertisement is getting uglier and uglier and uglier about Fleming. He shot Reagan. He shot Trump. I mean, he went with Dr. Fauci. None of that stuff is true. It's time for John Fleming to be the next United States Senator. To call somebody a liar and a fraud. The dark money pack is tied into the campaign. Fleming don't have the money they had, but the people got a chance to vote in a low turnout, and this is why they're getting all nerve right now. This is why the commercials this week and next week will probably be as ugly and nasty as they've ever seen. I mean, they made time to the Oklahoma bombing. They ran a commercial tying him to 9/11. They ran a commercial tying him to Dr. Fauci, quack's job when he was there fighting them. That's what you're voting for. All I'm saying is we have a choice. We got to make it now. I'm voting for him. I'm not voting against Julia. I'm voting for John Fleming. I'm a vote for the guy I think's getting absolutely slayed by the dark money. And I know, look, the governor's involved and other people are involved, but the advertisement is over-the-top terrorism nasty to me. But the stuff with carbon capture sequestration and the money with that, billions of dollars, is playing in this election. They do the walking and the talking, and everybody get out of our way or we're going to run the hell over you. Just follow the money, folks. Y'all can get mad at me for saying, oh, I'm going to vote for, but I'm not involved in all this nasty money beating the Republican up, and one got money and one doesn't have as much money, so that one gets to beat the other one and run them into the ground. The attack on Fleming with this dark money has just riled me to no end. The only thing I'm telling people how I'm voting. That's it. Julia got in a race because of the Donald Trump endorsement. Is that an issue? I love Donald Trump. The endorsement process was something behind the scenes that we're never going to know the total truth. I know everybody accused the governor. Governor was behind it. Governor's helping raise all this money. I get all that. And I'm going to go vote today. I will go vote in the rain. Saw the spat between Fleming and Letlow on the AI video. They mentioned Julia's husband. So there's an AI-created version that Fleming had nothing to do with, but he posted it. And boy, they have freaked out on that. It said, I'm aiming to become University of Louisiana president when my poor husband died and I was appointed to the congressional seat. Fleming posted it, and when they said you need to take it down, and here comes Steve Scalise, here comes Higgins, here comes all these, Jeff Landry, all of them freaking out. Now, one of them said they ought to quit running advertisement against Fleming, calling him a liar and a fraud. And all that stuff's a lie. And so Fleming said, I'm not taking it down when they take down the dishonest and nasty ass, and they are dishonest and nasty as hell. Scalise is saying something. Landry says there's lines you simply shouldn't be crossed. Really? What are they? I would like to know from the governor and everybody else, what are the lines that we're not going to cross anymore? Calling somebody part of the 9/11 bombing that they've done with Fleming. Is that crossing the line? Where's the line at, Jeff? Where's the line at, Steve Scalise? Where's the line at, Mr. Higgins? Y'all let the dog money on Fleming. There is no line. He's 9/11. He's part of the Fauci's shots and vaccines. And where's the line at, guys? Since y'all seem to be smarter than God, where's the line, Steve? Where's the line, Clay? Where's the line, Jeff? John Fleming on a school bus was AI. Is that drawing the line, guys? Steve Scalise, and put him on my program. All three of them can sit here. I'm ready to talk to him about where we're going to draw the line at because they're running commercials with him on a school bus. You got to make a decision who you're going to vote for or against, however you want to do it. I'm voting for the conservative in the race. I believe that in all my heart. And she is going to marry a lobbyist who's in the CCS. That's a fact. That's not family. That's a fact. I think when CCS finally comes in, you're going to see very few people made zillions of dollars and most people didn't get nothing. That's what I'm predicting.